Yo, criminal minded here. And I know, man. I know. This might seem funny to you guys, but I was on Facebook, and I saw a post somebody posted on Facebook about black children at school being mistreated, being verbally abused, or them themselves being verbally abusive. And I said to myself, it's 2014. Black people should stop complaining, man. Because if you don't like how your children is being taught, you teach them yourself. In fact, you get better results teaching them yourself than letting some white man teach your children. Rest in peace, Malcolm X. Malcolm X had the best saying ever. Only a fool will let his enemy teach his children. Well, I mean, I think a lot of black people don't see white people as their enemy. Thanks to Martin Luther and integration. Black people are very serious about integrating. To me, it's a joke. If you're not able to teach your children, shut the fuck up and stop complaining. Yeah, but if you think you do it, if you think you can do a better job, do it. Get off your ass, man. You get me? I myself, I'm a homeschooler. I teach my son, my 5-year-old son. I homeschool my son. Because I ain't gonna trust no white man to fucking teach my son. You fucking nuts. Nah, man. And plus, I went into the system, the school system, and it was fucked up. Yeah? And I wouldn't want my son to experience that shit. So I teach him myself. And it's not like people think listen, black people, we're so caught up in the white man system, we think everything you need a seal of approval or a fake paper that's been done in Photoshop with a signature on it that says you qualify to be a teacher, or you qualify to be an architect, you qualify to be this. You really and truly don't need none of that shit there. You don't need a white man seal of approval for you to be qualified in anything you do. Yeah? You don't. Yeah, so I don't know why black people think, oh, you have to be qualified to teach. No, you don't. You just have to know how to teach. You have to have your own method of teaching the person you're teaching. That's all it is. Yeah, because most of these teachers are fucking wankers, bruv. They ain't shit but junkies, stinking breath wastemen on some minimum wage. Teachers don't get paid a lot. It's not a good salary. It's not a hard job. And plus, always remember, yeah, teachers cannot teach the children how they want to teach. In this white man's world, the teachers themselves follow a curriculum. Meaning, say, when they come to the school, there's been books that's been given to the teachers that they have to follow. That they have to follow for the first term, the second term, the third term, and the last term. Yeah, the teachers themselves, it's not like the teacher come into the classroom and can teach the children anything they want. The teacher has to teach them what the system tells them to teach the children. So like they are just stewardess for the regurgitation. All they do is just pouring out bullshit for the children to remember. It's not hard to be a teacher in this white man's world. It's not hard at all. Yeah? It is not hard at all because, listen, it's very simple. They have been set a curriculum and they have to follow that guideline. They themselves cannot, how do I say, they cannot sway off that guideline. Otherwise, they'll be fired. Do you understand? So they really do my teaching. They just gatekeepers. You know what I'm saying? Of some bullshit. Yeah? That's why young black males ain't got time for that shit, man. Because first of all, I'm thinking about making money. You talking about some bullshit. Yeah? I'm thinking about fucking white supremacy. You talking some bullshit. Yeah? You got me in a history class lying to me about my history. You know what I'm saying? And you want me to take that shit seriously? I'm truanting that shit. Huh? You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of parents don't understand where the children are coming from, but I've been in the system and I understand how the system works, man. If black people cannot have their own school system and their own school structure where they have their own curriculum, ain't no point going to the white schools, man. You might as well teach your children at home. Yeah? You know what I'm saying? The same amount of money you pay for the... And listen, forget private school, because private schools is just the same. All it is just less children in the classroom, so your child get more attention from the teacher to be brainwashed. That's what it is. Private school is like, there's more facilities for children to get brainwashed quicker. That's what private school is, because they're always doing the same thing. They got a standard of curriculum they're setting. Yeah, they have to follow the guidelines of what the school system is saying. In the system of that private school has set. That's what they have to follow. They cannot deviate from that. You, on the other hand, yeah, you are in control of your shit. Yeah, what the history you want to teach your child is the history you want to teach your child. Yeah, there is no standard of curriculum that you have to set for your child at homeschooling. So your child can advance quicker than they would in the white man's schools. Plus, it saves you the headache of getting ready to go to school and all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They wake up. As for me, my son, he wakes up around, let's say, 10 o'clock. And I'm saying, I bath him, get him dressed, get him ready, have his breakfast around 11. He have his wheatgrass, have his fruits, have his Weetabix. And then we start around, while he's doing that, I'm getting myself ready. You know what I'm saying? Getting everything set up and whatnot. Let's say by 12, latest 12:30 we start. We do 4 different subjects, and each subject, we do an hour of each subject. So that's like 4 hours. We do 2 hours, that's 2 subjects. We take a break, an hour break. We do the other 2 subjects. That's done. By 4 or 5 o'clock we finish. You know what I'm saying? He's back on his tablet. He's back on a computer, watching whatever he's watching, and he's 5 years old. You get me? You know what I mean? Like, he's very sharp for his age. You know, and that's because of homeschooling. You know, and trust me, I think it's much more beneficial for us as black people, if we want to move forward, is to start taking control of our own destiny and our own future. And to take control of our own destiny and our own future, we start with the children. Yeah, I mean, think about it. You go to work from morning to the evening. Someone else is feeding your children information that you're not in control of. You're not even aware. You don't even know what the information they're getting fed. On top of that, your child is around other children who's coming from a different household who is liable to influence your child's thinking. You come home from work, you spend like maybe 2-3 hours the most with your child. You have to go to sleep and go back to work again the next day. You wake up in the morning, your child's going. So your child spends majority of the time getting information from strangers that you do not know for 5 days of the week. And on the weekend, you're so stressed that you need time by yourself. If your child is lucky, they get to spend Saturday with you. And that's like, let's say 4 hours the most. So majority of your children's time is they're getting information, and they're getting fed information by strangers. And 99% of the information they're getting fed, you're never going to know, because you haven't got the time on your hand to ask them these questions. What they're being fed. So 10 years later, when you can't control your child, don't start saying stupid shit like, I don't know where I went wrong. Motherfucker, sit down, think hard, and figure it out. You went wrong by letting somebody else, a stranger, spend more time with your child than you. That's where you went wrong. By having the time and patience to see and analyze how your child mind ticks, what they're good at, what they're not good at. And I mean, how their attention span is. And I mean, what motivates them, all them kind of things. One thing I realized about my son is he likes a lot of compliment. When you give him compliment, he's eager to do more of that thing that you're giving him compliment on. You know? And like lately, whenever I set up all the table, like at the beginning when I would set up everything for her to start studying, and he'll be on his tablet or on his computer, he didn't want to leave the tablet or the computer. He would start moaning and crying and making a fuss that he has to start work. But lately, while he's on the computer, before I even finished setting up the table, he said, I want to work. And he come and sit down, ready, before I'm even ready. Why? Because he wants to do something that will make me give him praises and give him high fives and tell him how good he is and how smart he is. You hear me? It makes him feel good. I mean, I've analyzed that. We've been homeschooling him for the past year and a half. Because first we was paying for a private nursery. The motherfucker, it was black owned, but it was a disgrace because the bitch who owned it didn't really care. We were paying a money for the fucking place, but they don't we told them our child don't eat the fucking kind of chicken they give the child, but they're still giving the child a fucking the cheap ass chicken that got all kinds of fucking, we don't know whether genetically modified or what. You know, like it's not organic chicken, because my son only eats organic chicken. So it happened once, we didn't say nothing. It happened the second time again, we just said fuck this, we took him out there. And then my girlfriend had a conversation with one of her relatives and aunties, and the aunties was like, look, it's only nursery, so why don't you put him in the public nursery where he could interact with other children. We did that for like 4 months, and we weren't happy with that shit. We took him out because the way it was going, I think they was going to try to say my son had an attention problem, and it was going to, you know, that like in America what they call it HDAD or whatever fuck they call it, where they're trying to give, say your child is special need or whatever the fuck that is. But I ain't with that shit, because I wanted to put my son in homeschooling, but I didn't have the confidence to do it, you know. And I'm pretty sure that's how a lot of you lot think, you know what I mean? A lot of people ain't got the confidence, and I forced myself like, he might mess around with my time and my way of life, the lifestyle I lead. It might coincide, and it might not be parallel, and so that's how I was thinking. But then something has to give and something has to take, and I did the giving and he's doing the taking. So that's it there, you know. And so far so good. I'm very happy with the decision that I made, and I'm telling you guys, if a criminal with a criminal mind can have time to homeschool his child every day, 5 days a week, just like how he'll be in school. You know what I mean? We don't take a break. You know what I'm saying? I'm hard on him too, you get me? Because I want my son to be better than who I am. In order to do that, I have to do things that was not done for me. You know what I'm saying? I came from a single mother household, and my mother was not a really good mother. You know what I'm saying? And my father was a rolling stone. I know who he is. I mean, I keep in contact with him. He's in Africa. But my dad, he didn't want to be a responsible father. I don't think he even wanted my mom to bear children off him. But that's the situation at hand. I ain't mad at either of them. And I play with the cards I was given. But the point of the matter is this, right? The whole purpose, I see myself, or I see the present generation of blacks, just like how you see a computer or a tablet or a phone. Every 5 years, the phone get upgraded to a better version, a more advanced version, a more faster version, a more stronger version, a better process, a better memory chip, a bigger span of memory load, all that kind of stuff. Well, that's the children. The children are our upgrade, a better of us, a better version of us, a more advanced version, a more faster version, a more faster processor, a faster everything. And we are the ones who's supposed to program them to be better than us. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing for my son. You know what I'm saying? My son is the new, modern, advanced, high-spec criminal mind. Except he's not going to be doing crime. His criminal mind is going to be elevating a whole nother level. And for it to be like that, I'm gonna have to program it to be like that. Because there's no one else who's capable of designing that software or that mainframe than the one who built this mainframe, i.e. me, myself. Yeah? I built myself. From my teenage years, I've built me. The person I am today was not the person I was when I was a child. So this person here is going to have to create something that is much better than him now, which is what I'm doing. So my advice to all you black people out there, and I want to talk to black people. I don't give a fuck about Asians, whites. I don't give a fuck about none of y'all. So if you're a white person who's listening to this, it's up to you if you want to take heed. I mean, it's your system anyway, so I don't think you really give a fuck about your own system. And if you feel your system is not good for you, maybe you got a brain. But this is for my black people, man. Black folks, it's time we stop complaining about the system and our children. Yeah, only a fool will let his enemy teach his children. You understand? It's time we take matters into our own hand and build a better program, a better software, a more advanced hardware. Yeah? We are the manufacturers. My penis and my testicles is the manufacturer. My girl vagina and her ovaries is the manufacturer of a new advanced hardware, a better version of us, which is our children. So, and I also see my child as an investment. What I'm doing right now, I'm investing in my future. Yeah? Because his future is my future. When he succeeds, I succeed. I will be happy to see my son succeed. It means I've done something right. So that's my investment. I'm not investing in no stock or shares or fucking properties. I could do that later on. But a real investment is in a living thing. And a living thing that is guaranteed success is a human being. Guaranteed success if you do it right. Michael Jackson's dad showed me that. That's Joe Jackson. Richard Williams, Serena Williams' father-in-law showed me that. Afeni Shakur, Mutulu Shakur showed me that with Tupac. And on and on and on. Lenny Johnson, his parents showed me that. And countless other blacks who invested in their children and put a lot of work into their children. And in return, their children came and showed the world what is missing and what is needed. You know? And we have to analyze that. You know? So if you think so you're gonna let your enemy invest in your children, 10 years later when your children don't listen to you, your enemy invested in your children, not you. So your enemy is gonna reap the reward of your children's brains, not you. Yeah, so don't come and complain 10 years later when your child become a gangbanger, a criminal, a faggot, a rapist, a murderer. Just remember, you let the system program your child. Yeah? That's a lot to say about that situation. You know? It's time we start taking actions and stop bitching and complaining, man. Like say we ain't got nothing else, like we haven't got a choice in the matter. You always got a choice. Yeah? One thing I like about the Black Panthers, when they made us saying, ride or die. You can either ride with the system or die out of the system. I'm choosing to die out of the system. Yeah, because when you're riding with the system, shut the fuck up and ride with them. Don't complain. Don't complain while you're still in a ride. Get the fuck out of the ride, man. And go and die your own cause, man. That's all I have to say about the situation. On that note, I'm out like I stole something. Criminal minded. Peace.